Scene. Okay, we're ready.
All right, we're ready, and I'm out. Let me grab my things.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Everybody, give it up for Mrs. Oracle.
Yeah. I appreciate you.
She was in the building.
Thank you very much.
Now she's no longer in the building.
Peace. That was fun. Taking my drink. Bye.
Okay. Woo. We here now. Oh boy. Sorry guys. Long day. Yep. Lost my keys. My keychain broke. My keys fell off. So wait. Say whatever. All you've been doing is joning the whole time in this joke. I see his face, ass, shape up. Who joining? Who about to get roasted? What's who I need to roast? Oh Lord! Somebody said. This ain't Def Comedy Jam. This Oh man. Okay. Is it important for producers to study in-depth music theory? Yeah. I mean, it's like if you. Anything you do, you really want to study it and know the most. Now, do you have to know in-depth music theory to start being a producer or to be a good producer? No, you don't. But it helps to be a better producer. That's for damn sure. Facts. It's kind of like, you kind of want to speak the language. You know, if you go to France, kind of want to speak a little French, you know? Yeah, you want to know something about where you at. You got you a cool drink, brother? Oh, yeah. Good. It's 90% Jameson with a splash of whatever juice. I did it backwards. Yeah, man, you gotta live life to the edge, you know what I mean? I like to live on the edge. Some people say you only get one liver. I like to think you need to use it to the fullest. Right. You know? You think glass half full? Glass half empty. I'm thinking liver half gone. Okay. Gotta get the swing of this, sorry. That's alright. I'm looking back through the questions. Through them comments, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's just a bunch of people saying that I look like Jazzy Jeff. And you definitely do have a Jazzy Jeff vibe. I'll take it. Jazzy Jeff is arguably the best DJ. Yeah. And he was actually, on a lot of them episodes, he was cooler than Will Smith. Oh yeah. He was just the one that put Will on. He was that guy that always put Will on the cool shit. Mm-hmm. And then Will was just the guy who took it and kind of ran with it. Right. We all got a friend like that. I ain't gonna lie though, if you get thrown out of a house every day, why do you keep coming back? Man, do you not get hurt? You really love your boy. Who's this dude? What's his name? Say yeah. He really trying to just get some attention. Yeah, he is. That's cool, dog. You can say all you want, bro. Your beats is trash. This bad ass nigga is. I'm keep him in for a little bit. Yeah. Let him be stupid. Let him be stupid. Let's let him go. Yeah. Keep going, pimp. You don't bother us. Keep going, fam. You a damn sideshow, boy. Yeah, that's all you got to do, bro. You need to think about your life, playboy. You waiting to clock out. Right. I'm standing at the clock and just jumping. It's just how to clock out. These flies ain't gonna flip themselves. Right. I don't feel real PC today either. Oh yeah. I'm not feeling very PC. No, I've been in traffic, dog. You want to try to cook? Looking like damn Predator in your profile picture. Don't boy, you look like mom. You gonna look like a Larry Lunch meat from Mayonnaise Street face ass. When you guys did for sample, what do you look for? I guess he says when you guys dig for samples, what do you look for? Look for that ooh. When you hear something, you just like, oh, that's it. Pretty much. When we make beats, that's how it is. We just keep doing something until it's like, oh, you know? I went through a spurt where I was like, I just couldn't make beats. I just wasn't liking nothing. Mm-hmm. But you know what it was? I was rushing through it. If I didn't come up with an idea off that, I would just stop. Done deal. Now, dog, I will sit there and just, until I come up with a melody, I'm not getting up. And it works. That's not bad. Everything I've been making has been. So how long do you find like it usually takes you after? Maybe like 15, 20 minutes. But I'm so used to just first thing and it's right. So you tap out at 10 minutes and you can't come up with nothing. Exactly. I feel you. That's reasonable. Well, shout out to my man for pushing through it. Hey. Tune into Brooklyn Way web series. No thanks. Stop it. Those Memorial Day sales were fire. Hey. Appreciate you. They on one today. Wait, hold on. Go back. They trying to roast today, bro. Oh shit! Who was that? Who was that? Oh, Killer Vic. Man, listen. I'm not doing that today. I'm not messing with y'all today. You know your beats are trash when Triz doesn't even have to listen to them to declare them trash. Nah, his attitude trash, so I just assume...
You know his beats trash.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Anybody with dope-ass beats ain't gonna just jump in the joint and just start going on it.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
He trying to get that comedy career popping because his beats is trash.
He too corny, bro.
Yeah, he is.
If you got enough time to do this shit, you don't got enough time to make beats.
Right.
So I just assume, you know, science, you know what I mean? Bill Nye told me, Neil deGrasse Tyson, they told me. They said, if you do dumb shit on the internet, you make terrible beats. It's correlation.
It's in the Bible, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, that's funny. Yo, in other news, your mother looked like Carl Winslow. But moving on from that... yeah, I wasn't gonna let that slip, you trash mouth ass. But
looking like a motherfucker.
So wait, I got new plugin news though. And I thought about you when I saw this plugin because you're an EDM guy.
I think I know what you're talking about, and I might have bought it.
Dada Life?
Yes, I bought it
Endless
already.
Smile?
I was gonna talk to you about it. Yes,
that's dope. Especially, it's not just for EDM people, but what it is, it's a plugin. If y'all familiar with Sausage Fattener, it's made by the same people. It looks virtually the same. One knob, and it has an animation of this chick whose smile just gets like bigger and bigger when you turn it up. And what it does is it makes transition effects automatically, which is awesome.
Dog, I've definitely been using it, and I use it differently than. I'm not gonna say that because I feel like people definitely gonna bite the swag, but I definitely use it differently than how it's intended for. The best way to use plugins.
It's dope. And if y'all don't know about Dada Life, then y'all don't know about Sausage Fattener. Sausage Fattener is like, it's not even a secret. It's like the go-to thing for a lot of producers to make things sound fatter, to make things sound warmer. It's super dope. And it was free. I remember we talked about it last week.
Oh, okay.
It's free. Sausage Fattener is free. I don't know if Endless Smile is free.
Nah, I just bought it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I bought that joint. I think it's $40. See, anytime I make money from making beats, first thing I do is I set aside a part and I try to buy software or something, just to put it back in the pot. So yeah, that was one of the things I copped.
Yeah, you gotta reinvest.
Yeah. I got some hard drives.
Yeah, you gotta reinvest.
You know what I mean? Keep it going. Yeah. Young Brothers Music, what up, man?
What's happening?
What are the differences in Ableton and FL? If you know, I have Ableton but been demoing FL out. Curious?
I don't know. I can't see how you're not immediately like, it's dope, but this does more.
Right.
I mean, personally. The difference, now, FL has a certain bump to it.
Yeah.
It makes your stuff sound a certain way. But other than that, I can't think of anything better about FL than Ableton. Like, not even close.
I think it's just a way of looking at it. Because some people like the step sequencer part of Fruity Loops better.
Right. And
then for me, I like the clip kind of...
Yeah, the clip way is just... Yeah. But, as far as what's the difference is, it's a lot. And if you have live, you already know. Real-time time stretching, you throw anything in there, it just automatically works.
Oh, shit. Uh-oh. That shit started... Never mind. Okay, someone asked about clearing samples. Most of the time producers don't clear samples. Nah,
as a producer, you don't clear the sample. The label or the artist, most of the time the label that's buying the song from you, when they really want to use it, they clear it.
Facts. What do y'all think about Output VSTs? I just purchased 2 today.
Super dope. Yeah. What 2 did you purchase?
Yeah, I want to know because that's like my go-to shit.
Yeah, Output is amazing, dog.
Yeah, that shit is quality.
Yeah, they make some super amazing stuff.
Do you still dig in the crates for sounds?
I do. I do. There's nothing wrong with a little digging every now and again. I got a collection though, and Triz will tell you like I got a huge collection of stuff already. But every now and again, I'll go digging. It's a place in Lower 5 Points. It's like 2 places.
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Super dope record stores. One of them is called Criminal Records, which is a crazy name. And I actually took some video in there one time.
Gio the Rican, what up, man?
Gio, what's happening?
He says, I'm a reason head. Sorry for my explicit comments. Sorry, bro. He says, but I just downloaded Ableton now. What's the best introductory advice?
Use Session View. A lot of people get Ableton and they go to Arrangement View because it's familiar. Use Session View. Because if you're not using Session View, you're missing out on like 80% of the dope stuff in Ableton.
Facts. As someone who just got on, whatchamacallit,
Session View?
Yeah, I just got on it.
That's right. Yeah, you did.
What up? What up? Happy to be here. So I started using it and learning Ableton. I must say I love it. I come from both FL to Machine. Hey, shout out to you.
Dope.
See, man.
It's conversion, man.
Hey, man.
Look at the conversion. Look at the happy conversions. That's the thing.
Were you at Loop? You were at Loop in Berlin?
Yeah, I was there.
I just, on Dope This Week, it's a video of Jazzy Jeff from there. Mm-hmm. I'm waiting for them to upload the clips for you, man.
Me and No ID did a panel, but I don't know. They ain't
I don't know. They just put out the Jazzy Jeff joint, so they might start putting them joints out.
I missed the Jazzy Jeff one because I had to teach a class in the other building, and his joint was like 11 in the morning on Saturday, and I was pretty hungover from Friday, so
right.
But yeah, it's super dope.
What's the difference between your writer share and your publishing share?
Ooh, nice question.
That is.
Two different ways to get paid for the same thing.
It's kind of the same thing, but it's just a different way.
Yeah, if you produce on it, you're listed as a writer.
Right.
And yeah, you just kind of get paid two different ways from the same thing.
That is a very confusing thing now that I think about it.
Yeah, it's weird.
I never thought about it like that. That is definitely the same shit. You're just registering as
you
a company and I guess one is just like this is my company as a publisher, so they could collect it as the publisher.
Yeah.
And then one is just as the actual artist.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. I actually need to go to ASCAP and register some songs because I have definitely been slipping. And I never do it myself most of the time. I know it's easy, but I'd rather them do it because I ain't trying to do this shit 5 times.
Yeah. See y'all the show.
Yeah. CR, what up, man?
Who's trolling, man? Who's trolling? Homeboy's still in.
Oh, let me get him up.
Yeah, you out of here.
I just want to see if he said something smart back, but it's cool. We'll see.
That man ain't said nothing smart in his life.
Yeah. Facts.
I like that.
3 networking tips. That's a good question.
We'll trade off. I'll do the first one. Maintain your relationships. Just because you know somebody and y'all had a good first meeting, over time, like check in with that person. I call people every so often. Hey man, talk to you in a while. Just how's it going? You know, all that stuff. You got to maintain these relationships, though. That's number one.
I mean, I guess it's kind of the same, but don't just be trying to use people. Some people just off the gate just like ask for stuff. And it's like that's not really what it's about. It's people that I've known. If it's an opportunity, I throw their way. I never ask them for nothing. But when I do, it's gonna be important.
Yeah, and it's you're gonna be at a point where you're worthy of asking for
exactly.
it. And the crazy part is, I actually thought about this earlier. So my last tip is to piggyback off of that tip, and it was add value, because so many people come to people with nothing but an open hand. That's all you got. Like put me on, and I can't tell you how many times I talked about this yesterday. I had a consultation with somebody from Japan. Actually, which was super dope. But one thing I was talking about is I can't count the times that I've gone to somebody's page, like they DM me, and every now and again you might be on a long flight or something, you'll hit it, and you go to their page and there's no music
at all.
You're like, oh, put me on, help me out, do this. You didn't even go like half a step. Like,
right.
You don't even have the thing that I'm supposed to be liking you for visible when I go check for you. So I mean, just think smart. Just think smart about that.
Yeah, that brand cohesiveness.
Yes.
And this kind of ties in. Big Picture Records says, also shout out to y'all giving me the knowledge and confidence to create my own website and start putting my own music online.
Definitely. Brand recognition.
Hey, so, and I definitely have noticed a couple people have been turning up with their brand.
Yes.
Brow
for sure.
Turned up with his branding. IDK Jr., he's making dope posts. He's doing like informative posts. That's dope. Yeah. Big Picture, shout out to you. Yep. Who else? And not that it was a cause of this, but Gio the Rican always turned up. It was somebody else that I just saw, and I was like, oh, I like what they're doing. I mean, CR over here putting in work. So, shout out to y'all.
CR putting in work, yeah.
Can I ask y'all about Splice?
Sure. That's probably your moment.
No comment. No. That's
probably your moment right there.
Movement and reverse from output. Do I have reverse? I don't think I have reverse.
I do. It's one of the smaller packs. Yeah, it's just a whole bunch of reverse instruments, real super sustained ambient type of stuff.
Any outboard gear for your recommendation for production?
Like truly outboard gear? I'm looking around. Push, if that counts as outboard.
Right.
You know, now when I think outboard, I'm thinking like that joint right there.
Joint.
Yeah, or like a preamp or a compressor or something. But honestly, if you're not in a big studio, who's really using a lot of that stuff now?
Yeah. To me, it don't make that much difference. It's not as important.
Yeah. Like this. The stuff will still sound good, but like I always say, the consumer is not going to be like, yo, he used that $2,000 preamp and that shit sounds smooth.
Because it's funny, with the Kendrick album, my first thought, I was like, man, this is mixed incredible. Everybody else was like, nah, it sounds cool. The song is jamming.
But see, you looking at it from a deeper perspective.
And I know they did all this to tape stuff and extra stuff. I don't think people really care.
Nah.
I mean, we appreciate it.
Yeah. Producers care.
What do you think about Mercury? Is that like Waves Mercury?
Waves Mercury? Yeah. Yeah, be more specific. You might be putting this on or something. Yeah.
Recommend any VST for removing phase. Well, I think, with EQing and just the sitting it in the proper place in the mix kind of takes out a lot of the phase.
Yeah, true. A phase meter. You definitely want to get a phase meter. But for removing phase, I don't have anything specific, but I'm willing to put money on the fact that it's something in the Waves pack.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Yo, I got a love-hate relationship with Waves plugins. Because they're dope, but a Waves bundle is like...
too much.
Do you want to feel like you just have way too many plugins immediately?
I don't know what half them do.
You go through your list and it's just... I'm like, man, and it's the PR399-JX.
All I know is Dave Passato got a preset on every one.
Right.
That's my go-to. Dave Passato on here? All right, cool.
I feel producers go with the artist series. Mm-hmm. Like you see the Manny, the Manny Jones, and the Kramer,
Chris Lord Alges.
Yeah, people tend to go for those because the rest of that stuff, unless you like a outboard junkie, you don't know what none of that stuff does.
Facts. Is it okay if I give a tutorial link of a dope teacher for Ableton? If you're part of the Instagram group, hold on, shout out to everybody for this Instagram group. That came out of nowhere. That came out of nowhere. I was like, yeah, what the hell is this?
Yeah, it was like last weekend.
Yeah, my joint just started blowing up. I was like, what is this?
I'm at breakfast. I'm like, man, what the hell's going on with my phone? But it was fun. We actually jumped in the conversation.
Yeah, shout out to y'all, man. Put it in there. I think that would be probably the best place because not only because in the chat you really can't do nothing right now.
Yeah, people could actually copy it and maybe go to it and put it in the...
Put some use of it. Yeah, so put it there. FL Studio MIDI settings are confusing. Ableton much simpler. I definitely agree.
Yeah. I can't attest to that, but that's the point for Ableton, so yeah.
Rabbi Roddy, what up, man?
What up, bro?
808 on the beat, what up, man? I'm really trying to learn Ableton. Hey, man.
Man, keep at it. YouTube University.
Dog, Ableton makes some good-ass videos, too.
And they thorough. They are super thorough. Dog, it's like a video for every single thing in Ableton.
Is the push just a MIDI controller? How can it make your Ableton experience better?
The push is a MIDI controller.
Facts.
The way it makes it better, I'll give you an analogy. It's the difference between like if I have three things I always need to reach. To me, before Ableton, like one thing is all the way over here, one thing's all the way over there, one thing's all the way over there. Push puts all those three things right here.
Right.
That's what I think.
I think of it like you can have an Xbox and then you can have an Xbox with the fucking the people be in the middle of the mall dancing, the little camera.
Yeah.
Pushes like the camera and it scans you, it does all the extra stuff and it makes it a little easier. That's what I think.
Makes your Xbox 1,000 times better.
Yeah, that's what I think of the push. Mm-hmm. Especially because you don't gotta look at the computer all the time. And it's something about the touching of stuff that makes it better.
Man, people don't understand that. I think it's becoming a lost form. But yeah, something about pressing buttons. Even through this podcast, I'm like, I'm pressing buttons. Pads, man, forget about it. I'm a pad junkie. Really, this is therapeutic. This has nothing to do with music. This is all therapy.
I feel like you make better music when you're able to tap it out. Because sometimes you think of stuff that when you're I don't know, it's something about clicking that I don't get as inspired about. But when I'm hitting it, it's like, I hear stuff differently. I do different things.
It's like it's a total body experience.
Right.
Too. You know, like you hitting the pads and you moving. It's dope. It's like being a drummer.
J.K. Hasadoff. I hope I said your name right. What up, man?
That was good for the first time out.
What's your guys' take on working with artists who don't inspire you but are a good opportunity to work with? Yeah, depending on what the opportunity was.
Yeah, it will have to be a really good opportunity.
Yeah, but again, somebody DM'd me the other day, like, yo, bro, we gotta work. My song just did 100,000 on WorldStar. What the hell does that have to do with me?
Yeah,
how do I benefit out of this? Any? You're not talking about how I get paid on the back end, because 100,000 people saw it on WorldStar. We know that some of them views is inflated.
Right.
People try to pitch you on all this stuff all the time. You need to look at what's going to benefit you in this process.
Did he say anything about you
No.
in that email?
No.
In that DM?
No.
Nothing.
Just literally like, yo, work with me.
Yeah.
I'm on.
Right.
Well, if you on WorldStar, dog, in that standard, I'm on too. I'm in the background of 2 fights in WorldStar. You know what I mean?
Hey.
You know what I mean? I'm on too, if that's the case.
I held the phone in one.
That is definitely a true story too.
Really? You on 2 fights?
In the background.
Where are you hanging out?
Well, when I first
we gotta get you out of the places.
When I first moved to Atlanta, I used to DJ at this really hood club called Figure 8. You ever heard of Figure 8?
Nah.
Figure 8 it's closed. It's real hood.
Did your WorldStar video shut it down?
Dog, I'm in the back of a WorldStar video in the DJ booth of some wild stuff going on. It's old though, but it's still on there. I looked the other day, but I never talk about why.
I don't want to promote the violence.
Yeah, I want to promote it.
Send me that link. I want to see that. I want to see it.
I'm in the back looking crazy, like, oh snap, what's going on? Time to go. I have a pretty good sound, but I'm looking for something to give my mix a more industry edge. What do you suggest I do?
Reference tracks. Mm-hmm. Just use reference tracks. Mm-hmm. And for those of you that don't know what a reference track is where you take a song that's kind of along the same lines of where you're going. It has a really dope mix on it, and you put it in your set. The way I do it, I put it in my set and I mute it, and I'll start making my track. And at any given point, sometimes I'll set a timer for this. I will mute what I'm doing and unmute that track and just listen to their mix and their music compared to my music. And that usually gives you some type of perspective.
There you go. But yeah, and one is a thing of time too. Like if you ask Oracle, I probably until just recently I didn't like my mixes at all, and I would always be like, yo, my drums ain't right. It ain't right. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Your mix has always been straight to me. But it's that personal thing.
Yeah, they've been cool. It's passable, but for me, it's like, but I have a high standard. I done been around people where their mixes is like incredible.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm hearing. Then I hear mine. I'm like, nah, this ain't it.
Yeah. Hanging out with the FL Studio dudes.
Man.
They'll piss you off though, won't they?
Nah, them drums.
It's something about them drums.
Nah, them
FL Studio.
It's that kick, that extra little.
It's that bump. It's that bump around. I don't know. I'm talking out my ass right now, but like 80 hertz or something like that. It's just crazy.
Is it a waste of time for producers to create their own sound since you can just buy most of the sounds people who are better at sound design than you?
Honestly, yeah, it's a waste of time for most people. Yeah. Because not everybody makes sounds. There's nothing wrong with that. But if there are people out there that are doing it and you can just readily purchase them, unless you want to be a sound designer,
right,
then yeah, you should make your own sounds. But if you're a producer and you're like, I'm not interested in making sounds, and people are making dope sounds, just buy them. Honestly. It's like clothes. You can probably make your own clothes, but other people are better than you. Just
right.
buy them.
And the only situation where I say you probably should is, like for my case, I would hear sounds that I wanted to beat and no one had it.
Yeah.
So at a point, I just had to make it because I didn't know how to explain it or where to find it.
You had a reason.
Yeah.
Like a driving thing too. Yeah.
Yeah, but sound design and making beats are two totally different things. Trust me. As someone who's made beats and then tried to go to sound designing and learned, it took me, what? It took me like 2 years.
It took you a minute, yeah.
It took me for real, like messing around and trying different things. It took me a while to grasp it. Now I kind of feel comfortable with it.
But the good thing is you took your time before you started doing it. Because a lot of people are like, oh man, this is like a cool thing to do. Let me jump on in there.
Yeah, and it's completely not.
And then you ask them how they did it. They're like, I took the such and such pack and I detuned it. 2 semitones and I'm popping.
If you just put a different EQ,
there you go.
It's a different snare. Do you need to be a dick to be a great leader, or be a dick sometimes?
Well, as I heard a prostitute say once, dick is relative. So, the thing is, now if you just know that you're being a dick, that's something that you know. But sometimes you have to be firm to get shit done, and you gotta talk to people a certain way. You're not necessarily being a dick, you're just doing what's best for the overall project. But that person is like, yo, you're a dick. But nah, man, I mean, be firm. You're gonna be labeled a dick sometimes. Whenever you're doing something aggressively, somebody's gonna think you're a dick. So, but no, don't purposely set out to be that.
And you know, in the music, I don't know if people know, but like, that's why people have managers a lot of time. Mm-hmm. Like, you go be the bad guy, so I can be cool.
One of the best pieces of advice I got early on was like, you need a bad guy.
Yeah, you let them do it.
At the time, I didn't understand it, but they're like, yeah, you need a bad guy.
Because if you be like, yo, my manager just be tripping on the business stuff, but you know, y'all keep that relationship, y'all still cool, and they just be like, oh, I don't mess with the manager here, you know, whatever.
Well, I mean, that's part of how they earn their keep. They jump in front of the bullets and take the shots. Yeah, they Secret Service.
Facts. Oracle, your thoughts on Studio 113, aka Studio 113?
Yeah. Studio 113. It's dope. I don't know a whole lot about it, but I do know it's good. And I also know that they released a new version recently with lower latency, so they don't depend on DSP hardware anymore, which is dope. Like, Studio One is like, to me, like the old like 90s Utah Jazz. And I'm not even a basketball fan. I remember that team because it was so basic and fundamental, but it was effective.
San Antonio Spurs. Tim Duncan.
That's how I think of Studio 1, Studio 13, Studio 54, whatever it's called.
Big Los, I did get your email too. I will definitely respond to you. It's been
one of them weeks, man.
Boy, has it. Y'all see, I got here late. I pride myself on being on time. I definitely was late as hell today.
It's all good, man. It's been a super crazy week though. It's been a busy week, which is good.
Any tips on delegating people? Ragheads, hold on, man. First, shout out to Ragheads, man.
Right.
You've been very consistent with these very business.
I like Ragheads.
Yeah. And I see, Playboy. I see, man.
And along with a lot of others, been like super turned up in the DM. The UnQuantized group.
But see, I just want to shout it out because I think you have to have this mind of like understanding the business and how to keep pushing it and how to do certain stuff better. Because if not, you're just going to get lost in the motherfucking sauce.
Like everybody else, yeah.
Man, so shout out to you.
But yeah, as far as delegating, one of my best tips for delegating would be do the job first. Mm-hmm. Like most people, they're in a position where right now they have to do everything, which is not a bad thing. But you don't want to do everything forever. Mm-hmm. Because like goes back to the Ray Kroc and the McDonald's. You can't be making the burgers and cleaning the restaurants and running the cash register. Right. You're not going to be effective. So in the process of doing everything, keep track of what it takes to do it right. Because when it's time to delegate to somebody, you know what they should be doing. Nothing is more sad to me when I see somebody that immediately somehow has a windfall and they try to take on something and hire a whole bunch of people for something that they have no clue about.
Right.
You know, they end up getting hit over the head price-wise, or they keep having to run through people because they don't know what to look for.
Yeah.
But, when it comes to delegating, once again, man, be firm. And both of us have to delegate on a daily basis.
Boy.
Yeah, be firm and just, it's your vision. Remember,
right.
It's your vision, and that person is there to help you carry out that vision.
And I say, like, work backwards. Like, know what your end goal is, and then figure out how to break it down into steps. Because a lot of times it be stuff that you need to delegate and you just don't realize, like, oh, somebody else could do this.
Right.
Literally, my thought is, what do I need to do and what can somebody else do?
Yeah. I'm always like, what do I hate?
My bad.
That's that bag call.
Why does Sick Pen always call me?
Is he like in here and then call?
Right.
Shout out to Sick Pen.
Shout out to Sick Pen. I don't know if you're in here, bro. Can't pick it up.
Yeah.
How do you add value to someone other than giving away beats? That's easy, man.
That's
so many ways.
Easy. You want to start? Apparently, we both got a whole lot of answers for this.
For example, if someone was trying to get my attention, right, I'm not a rapper or whatever, but just for example, someone's trying to get my attention. You're promoting what I got going on. That's adding value. You know what I mean? You're helping me promote. I'm gonna pay attention. I see my timeline. You think most people don't pay attention?
Oh,
but
they
I
pay
see.
attention.
Yeah, I see everything. Sometimes I don't have time to just comment. I'm in the middle of something, so I forget. But people see this stuff. So if you're constantly adding value by that, you're constantly sharing gems, you know what I mean? Or it could be an article to something that helps out what they got going on. It's a lot of ways to do it.
Yeah.
You just got to be smart about it.
Also, ask what they need. The best way to find out how to add value to somebody is find out where they need value added. Because a lot of times we'll go in with, I do this and I do that and I can offer you this, but that's not what that person needs. So yeah, just ask.
And every conversation, especially like me and Oracle, we talk about all the time. I go in there like, yo, I gotta find something, a gem to tell him, and we both just do this back and forth.
Yo, by the way, thank you for the other day.
Oh yeah, is it working out?
Super gem. I don't know yet.
Okay,
I don't know yet.
We'll find out. Stacy Spear, what up?
Yeah, I think Stacey was. No, Stephanie was first.
Gio the Rican always got the dope post. Hey,
yeah, he do.
Shout out to young Gio.
Engineer etiquette.
Hey, output sounds so full and lush. Facts.
Yes, all this stuff sounds amazing.
What website builder would you recommend? Good question.
No, we talking website platform or website builder. I'm flexing my ignorance in this area right now.
I say just like platform. I stick to like the easy, build. Easy
peasy. Shopify is always good.
Yeah, I feel like Shopify is if you're selling something. Squarespace is if you're more of a... I mean, because you can still sell on Squarespace.
Yeah, but Shopify is more geared towards selling.
Yeah.
Wix is good, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Wix is pretty good.
So, yeah, bam. Jolan, what up, man?
What's happening?
Peace, fam. Yes, sir. Maintain relationships and add value. Thanks again for the keys, Oracle and Triz La.
Hey, no doubt.
Thanks for coming through, man.
Yes, indeed.
He's another one. Him and Rabbit always got this super positive energy.
Isn't that good, though?
Yeah, I really fucks with it, man.
Yep.
Shout out to y'all. Changing pitch of a sample can remove phase if you're laying, let's say, 2 kicks.
Okay, true.
Yeah, that's true. Facts.
Yeah, it takes up the space that they occupy frequency-wise. So, yeah, every time you pitch up, it goes up in pitch, so, yeah.
Shout out to Big Los, too. He was giving the gems. He knew about Wix. He knew about Squarespace.
For sure. A little over 90 plugins in Mercury. See?
That's too many.
Too many. And we all are victims of it. Because, Waves, Jones, you probably only use 4. 5 at the most.
Big Picture Recording said he spent $500 on Wave plugins and he used like 12 of them.
There you go. And he maxing out with 12.
Nah,
I'm saluting you on that.
Nah, I'm at a good 6. Maybe.
3 for me.
L2.
Yeah, okay, 4 for me. L2, H delay.
The H delay. The SSL.
Oh, the SSL channel.
Yeah.
Z noise. I use Z noise a lot too for like cleaning up sound design and stuff.
Yeah.
I used to use X noise, but I guess they stepped it up and they took it to the next level.
But what they gonna do after that?
A1 noise, I guess. I don't know.
They fucked up on that one. They should have thought that one through.
I'm like, Slim, yeah, you could have started somewhere else. G noise at least.
What new plugins are you on?
I just talked about Endless Smile by Dada Life. Check them out.
That one's dope. I feel like that's one of those ones though, unless you figure out a creative way to use it.
Yeah.
Or you do a lot of EDM.
Yeah.
Then it's not really for you.
Well, yeah, if you do EDM, it's like obvious,
that's definitely for you. If you don't,
not to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
Even if you don't, it's one of those things like it's fun to figure out a use for it. Like just put it on there and just start turning stuff, and you'll figure out a use for it.
As soon as I saw a video, somebody posted a video about it, I said, "Oh, I know how to do it," and I knew exactly what I wanted to do with it.
It spoke to you. You had that plan.
Mm-hmm. Spent that 40 with the quickness.
Ching.
Cha-ching. I practice making music for 12 hours a day, making beats, practicing piano. Is that enough?
No.
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 Oh, God, this is going to break. I hate to break your heart like this, bro. The music is like 10% of this whole equation.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, talent is... It's low on the totem pole as for what matters. As far as... a successful music career.
Yeah.
And that's sad to say, but it's so true.
Because I know some of the best people who are broke. They ain't got no placements, but they're incredible.
Yeah, the world is full of talented, unsuccessful people. I remember in the beginning, I had all the talent in the world, but I had no business, cuz. No business, no relationships, no idea about how much this type of thing mattered. But now, I'm like, oh, it's all about that.
It's all about your brand. It's all about getting you have to be doing something. You have to invest in yourself for somebody to invest in you.
Yeah.
So if you're not really doing anything yourself, people aren't really going to take you serious.
Yeah. And there's a lot of people out here your brand is on zero. And your brand is on zero not because you don't have talent, it's because you don't yet consider yourself a brand. And you don't push yourself like a brand. You still think, oh, I'm just a guy making some beats and putting it on the web. You're a brand,
right.
Whether you realize it or not. You just aren't marketing well.
I say to you, bro, you in a way you're doing the right thing because the product is always the key, right? So if you're making great music, you doing all this practice and stuff is great. You're doing the right thing, but just know, in the whole scheme of things, the music is one little part that you got to figure out.
Super true.
Then you got to go figure out the marketing, the branding. How do you get your music out there?
Right.
It's so many different things that you have to figure out after. And don't trust me. Coming from somebody who this happened to, I'm like, I spent all my life like, all right, I'm gonna get around these people. I'm gonna make music like this, and when I get my music this quality, I'm gonna be good.
Yep.
And then I get around these people, and I'm making music this quality, and everything just doesn't change.
Nothing.
And I'm just like, okay, what's going on, man? I elevated. I'm here. I had to go figure out the branding, figuring out, how to make myself seen, how to get my stuff to these people.
Right. So yeah, you're spending the 12 hours doing that, but what are you spending your other 12 doing?
Facts.
Because it's only 2 sets of them 12 in a day. Mm-hmm. So you got to spread that thing out.
Maybe 4 on music, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Spend a couple on branding.
Yeah, be
you know what I mean?
Be even all the way around. You want to put in your 10,000 hours in everything. Like that's a must. But don't put it all into one thing.
Facts. Beats Maverick, what up, man? I'm
Yeah,
not ignoring you, bro.
London here. Moorhead, what's up?
What up? Justin Thorpe, love this content. Hey, appreciate it, man.
Definitely. Just purchased Oracle Pack 3, super dope, man. Hey!
Shout out to you.
Appreciate it.
Without the push, you would have to allocate all of your mini CCs to not conflict?
It depends on how much mapping you do. And as a person that made an entire out of this world 200 track set full of mini CCs, you're right in that aspect. If you're really trying to like overachieve with it like I was, yeah, you're gonna use all 16 channels. You're gonna max out on them CCs. But I had a spreadsheet for what CCs were used and what CCs were left. That's the only way I made it through.
See, that's too much shit for me.
Man, sometimes you gotta build your way through life, man.
Big Low says, Triz, I thought you were a PS4 guy. That is facts. Xbox to me is like PC. PS4 is like Mac. Just not for me. Xbox just ain't for me.
You can do too much. It's just too much going on.
It ain't for me, dog. I like the simple, minimalistic, straight to the point, boop, boop, boop. Cool.
Dope.
But the reason why I said Xbox is because I went to the mall yesterday. People be in the middle of the mall dancing with the little camera thing.
Yeah.
It was the Xbox. That's what made me think of it.
Oh, got you. Shout out to Flat Green in here.
Hey, Young Flat Green. What controller are you using to morph sounds? That one?
Yeah,
that
all
one?
of them.
That one? That one? That one?
Yeah.
That one? That one?
One thing you gotta realize is it's not the controller that's morphing the sounds, it's what it's controlling. So if you see me or you see Triz or anybody like morphing sounds, technically all of this stuff can just talk to the same thing and do it. So a better question would be what plugins and devices are you using for morphing sounds?
Facts. How to stand out as a producer? That's a good question.
Speaking from a musical standpoint only, have a sound.
Facts.
Have a good sound too. Like, yeah, have a sound. It should be, to me, the best sound should be a little left of what's going on. You can go a little further left depending on what it is and just make it dope as hell.
You have to understand what works now, but do slightly different than what's going on.
Yeah, include it. Yeah, like understand it, analyze it, maybe even borrow a little bit from it, but it should be something in there that you do. That when people hear your stuff, they're like, you did that.
It just blows my mind of like, why do people make beats like Metro? Because the people that you want to have your beats, they can just get a Metro beat.
Right.
And the reason why people want a Metro beat is because it sounds like Metro. So why are y'all putting the 808 Mafia sirens in your shit?
Dog, listen. About that siren. Stop it. Somebody in here is still using that siren.
Please.
They are still using that. Who's that? Southside?
Mm-hmm.
They're still using that Southside siren. And that is terrible.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, that's what you do, man. Don't follow the crowd. Oracle, that volume 1 pack in the MPC Touch getting me some good looks. Thanks, famo.
Hey, man. Hey, no doubt. And you know, pack number 1, that's where it started. That's one of my favorites.
Oh, yeah.
Because, you know, I was out and I was like, I got something to prove.
Right. About to show these mugs.
Right. See, test my drums.
Can I put the output library on the external hard drive?
Yes. Yes, you can. All my output stuff is on an external hard drive.
My wife and my youngest is American Triz La. Oh, so you good, bro?
Oh, no, all right.
Oh, you good.
All right.
Slide on through, dog. You know what I mean? Come on through to the Americas.
You seen a cheeseburger between 2 donuts before? You got a little American, no?
Hey, don't judge us all by our American cultures, bruh. Some of the stuff we do is kind of crazy. Please forgive us. I know. You know what I mean? But welcome. Have a good time.
However, if you have an accent, because I never heard you talk, you'll be the smartest person in your neighborhood.
Oh, yeah.
People think that. Anybody from overseas.
Nah, anybody from overseas, I'd be like, oh, you're a genius.
Exactly.
It's
you can
the
tell
accent.
me the wrong thing and I know it's wrong. I'm like, I'm going to look into that.
The accent is cool, dog.
Your accent is amazing.
And European accents are like the only accents that they all can talk like us, but we can't talk. Dog, any American that tries to do a European accent sounds terrible.
That's true.
But every person from the UK can talk like Americans flawlessly.
Yo, when I try to do a European accent, I sound like Drake speaking Jamaican. It's like the Drake Jamaican accent.
Put some respect on my name. Big tunes, big tunes. Like, what are you talking about?
But you know what's crazy though? When I was in Germany, I met like 3 people from Europe that were just plumb dumb,
right?
Flat out. You feel me? But they sounded smart.
This
is the dumbest shit ever, and I'm like, my mind was just like, that's wrong. But he sounds like it's right.
What's the dude from The Wire? And he was on, God, what was that? Guardians of the Galaxy? Am I thinking? The black dude who was on The Wire. Idris Elba. Is that his name?
Was he?
Is that the dude that's from the UK?
Yeah, he got the accent. Yeah.
That threw me off. The dude from Walking Dead, Rick.
Yep.
I was like, wait a minute, dog. No, bro. You supposed to be from the South, dog.
It's something about the accent. It's something about the accent, cuz.
You fooled me, bro.
I'm gonna work on my joint.
Yeah, dog. You
I'm gonna bloody work on it.
Defo. Bitch. No, that's terrible. That sound like slap in the bass, man.
Slap in the bass.
Slap in the bass, man. Can you give me 3 pros or more of Ableton plus Push versus Logic? I am 5 weeks into Logic and thinking about changing since starting. Thanks.
3 pros
over Logic.
Now, Ableton plus the Push.
Oh no, that's so many.
Well, yeah. Well, we can start right there.
We can give you 3 of just Ableton versus Logic without the Push.
Yeah. But with the Push, I mean, think about it. If you were using Logic, this would be Logic. Like the tracks on here would be the tracks in your Logic. That's the thing that makes Ableton Push super dope to me. I'm like, it is Ableton. It's not like these things where they work inside of the DAW. Like it is the DAW. I'm gonna let you get the second thing because I don't use Logic. I would never use Logic because I'm on PC. But now you have come from Logic to Ableton, so yeah, you'd probably be the best equipped to answer this question.
The routing is so much easier. I like in Ableton because I want to automate stuff and I want stuff to build. It's so easy that you can just click the power button and then you can device toggle it on and off. It's easy.
Yeah, you can route anything.
So I love that about it. The sample for audio, I don't think nothing's better.
No.
You could drag something to Ableton, warp the audio. It's crazy. Make different sounds, the textures.
Make it sound totally different. Mm-hmm. And it's funny you mentioned automation. When she's talking about Ableton plus Push, there's an automation button right here.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah. See, when it's red, anything you do, it'll record the automation when it's off. You know?
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the thing. Now in the program, you gotta go click the automation, turn the automation off. Once again, everything's not spread out. Everything's right in front.
Right.
I guess we could provide one more. Groups.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure you can make groups in Logic.
Yeah.
And can you group effects in Logic?
But I don't think it's like that. I don't think it's as easy where you could just group and save stuff and make your own presets.
Yeah, when you make an instrument rack, you drag stuff into it, and then you drag the rack into your browser, and you have that forever. So, it's times when I'm like, oh, I want to put a certain effect or a certain complex setup I made on something. I just take the group, drag it out my browser, drag it to the track. I'm straight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Am I right in thinking that I prefer to work with a producer so I can focus on the singing and writing? Do you have any advice for me?
Hold on, I'm about to read that again. Am I right for thinking that all I need...
So basically, you just want to focus on singing and writing. You want somebody else to make a beat.
Do it.
Yeah, I think that's the smart thing. If you have no ambition to be a producer, don't produce.
Don't do it. It's not in your heart, and it's just not what you want to do. And then what do you do once you start doing that? Now, are you a producer singer, or are you still looking for a producer? You know what I mean? Like, don't force yourself to take on something that you really don't have to, or don't really want to. If you know your thing is this, unless that thing you're trying to do dictates that you have to get into this in order to make it there, don't take it on. If you putting out a fire over here, don't go over here and try to put out a fire too.
Facts. Jovan says, is learning music theory bad?
No, not at all.
Yeah, it's not bad. I think the reason why people say, I'm glad I didn't learn as far, is because most people who are keyboard players tend to overproduce.
Yeah.
That's what I've seen.
Or sound the same a lot.
Yeah.
Because it's not like, it's a finite number of progressions that just in your head. It's a finite certain resources that I find that people that play have.
Right, and they always go to those same changes.
Right.
Or we don't know, so we like, hey.
Yeah, we just manipulate until it's whatever. And it also brings out it shows your innovative side. Because you're like, all right, I want to make music and I want to make complex music, but I don't know how to play anything. How can I do it? And then you start figuring out all these different ways of making music. And that's the main reason why I'm happy I never learned how to play.
Yeah, I feel like people tend to play way too much and they stack way too much. The chord, because it's the difference between radio chords and churchy chords.
Yeah.
And a lot of people who come from church have a problem with taking those notes out.
Yeah. They do it, the 13-finger chord.
Yeah, and it's like, that's not good for radio. It's hard to sing to those. It's harder, you know? Yeah. Certain chords just work.
Yep.
Take the loop, chop it, pitch it again, manipulate, dilute, die-line. Sounds good.
Very true. Top 5 dead or alive.
Put some respect on my name.
More like, Illy Bishop, what up?
Young Illy.
Drugs make you a better person.
Fact! No, let me not say that.
Drugs? What are drugs?
See her the show. I'm not going to read that because I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I think he's saying he's outside.
Yeah, are you rolling a ball down the hill?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's what you're rolling up. Thinking about remodeling a room. Any suggestions on remodeling for music production?
Yeah, I got one. Just judging from my setup, everything in arm's reach. Everything that you use on a regular basis. Like, I want to sit here and have access to all this. I want to sit here, be able to do, you know what I mean? Like, for me, it's all about just workflow and having everything at your fingertips.
It's my money and I need it now. I don't know what that had to do with anything, but it just made me think of it.
Now I got all the commercials in my head.
Have you spent any time in Reason? Unfortunately.
I have, yes.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yep. It's been a minute, but yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely been a minute. I stopped using Reason in 06? 06? 07?
See, I was off by then.
When I came to Atlanta, I started using FL. I bought a computer and I came to Atlanta.
That was 07, right?
07, August 8th, my birthday.
Dope. '07, I still using Cubase.
Damn.
Yeah. No, Cubase or Reaper. Probably Cubase though.
Triz La never smoked. Okay. Facts. Hey, I'm glad you understand.
Man.
Drug free's the way to be. Dare program. Come on, man.
Nancy Reagan's at the best.
Man, how to get a pub deal. I have produced artists on the independent level and had placements with some major artists, but the songs never released, hence I never sought out a pub deal. Is it possible to get one?
You don't want one right now.
Yeah, that ain't what you want to do, my brother.
Nah, because then once you get one, what work are you going to get to pay back the money?
What do you think is going to happen once you get a pub deal?
Right.
Yeah.
You're going to be in the same situation, but with money given to you by somebody based on, based on what? You know?
You ever watch them shows and it's like, what do they call it, a VIG?
Nah, what?
Like the Sopranos, and you go get a loan from the.
Oh yeah.
I think it's called a VIG. I may be saying it wrong, but that's basically a pub deal. It's like, yo, I help you, I give you this money.
It's a loan,
but you got to pay this back.
Yeah, it's a bank loan, and you much like a loan, but the record label doesn't ask you. If you go get a loan from the bank, they're gonna ask you how and when you're gonna pay this back. Record labels don't ask you that, and you don't ask them that, and you just like, oh, y'all gonna get me to work, right?
Facts.
Nah, they ain't getting you to work, bro.
Yeah, man. And they look at what you have in the pipeline. So say if you had a record coming out with Chance the Rapper, for example, then you would get a pub deal because they know that Chance is going to sell a certain amount. So then they're going to offer you money. If you don't really have nothing in your pipeline, they're going to be like, look, I'll give you $2,000.
Right.
But you're going to be in this deal for the next 3-4 years of your life. So is that $2, $5, whatever, $10,000 worth that much?
Exactly.
Probably not.
Yeah. It's like if somebody says, hey, here's a job opening for you to be a doctor, but you haven't practiced medicine at all. Or don't take that job.
Yeah.
don't take that job.
At all.
Yeah.
Pretty dope though. Vitamin, you can mono the low end of the sound without affecting the mids or top. Oh, dope.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Hold on, go back. I seen somebody in here.
Oh.
I didn't. No, I did. I thought I did.
Gucci?
Yeah.
Any books you recommend reading? Marketing, business, etc.
A book that comes to mind off the top, and I saw it in Dope this week. How's that Charlemagne book? I mean, it's not marketing or business, but it's
but it is though. It's good though, because I mean the book is called Black Privilege. Those come good things come to those. It's something like that. Black Privilege, whatever. I ain't gonna fuck it up. But
and some opportunity comes to
those who wait. I mean, who work. Something like that.
Yeah.
But it's not about race or anything. It's about him growing up in a small town, him having to figure out all these life lessons of how to network and what brought him to be the media guy that he is now, which is very similar to the music industry.
Yeah, and that's dope. A lot of people that are asking these questions about like how do I get on about networking and all that. That'd be a great book for them to check out.
And man, look at other places too that like video games and music are very similar. Like I'm working on something. We gotta talk about that too. Crazy.
Okay.
But app video, and the app world it works almost like the music business world. You know what I mean? They have publishers, they have publishing deals, they have the same thing. So if you kind of know how to manipulate one and work through one, boom. So yeah, I would look at a lot of that stuff too. Don't just look at music industry books. I probably learn more from outside books than I do from the music industry stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because for some reason, most people in the music industry don't talk about really the key stuff in the music industry.
They don't. It's so secretive. Yeah. Still. Even in this age of like free information everywhere, music people is still like super secretive.
Shit, people looked at us like we were crazy. Like, wait, y'all telling all this on the podcast?
You remember the first time we did this? People were like, yo, what are you doing? You giving out all the information. You gonna break the internet. This is terrible. And now, everybody love it.
How to get better at producing without making beats?
Well, it goes back to borrowing from other industries, like you said.
Yeah, and just knowing different stuff. Like, I know what makes a good pop song because I study pop songs. I know what makes a good trap song because I study. It's other again. Beats is like 10%.
Yeah. And being a DJ, you study people.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the correlation of not music, but music. It's,
exactly.
It's the study of human beings related to music.
Any advice for a singer, songwriter, producer I for sure have what it takes to get somewhat big. Hold on. But I have trouble sometimes finishing tracks as I'm having to do everything myself, hence why I mentioned working with other producers. So, let me just be devil's advocate here. Let me poke some holes here. Stay with me. So you're saying you have everything it takes. That's like saying somebody just saying, I tried everything, but I didn't get it. You didn't try everything, because if you tried everything, then you would be where you at.
Right.
So you're saying you have everything. You might have the potential, and it's good that you understand that you had a potential. But it's a lot of, again, guys, it's a lot of shit that goes into this. It's not just one thing. It's not just the music. The music is the least important part.
I'm finding people are being too technical about the music.
Yeah.
They're being too romantic about their music and their craft. And half of this is a business. And people just so, I don't know, man. Like, people just so damn romantic about, my tracks are this and my tracks are that. But I don't know why I'm still having problems, because all you talk about is your tracks. All you talk about is your musical ability.
Right.
You don't talk about, I've been marketing here, or I reached out to these people, or I got this campaign going. That's the part that a lot of people just like tuning out, because they want to win this fake music lottery where someone swoops in and saves you like a damsel in distress, and they do all that for you. Nah, man, it ain't gonna work like that.
Could you say any advice for a singer, songwriter, producer? Now, here's the thing. There are all 3 different jobs, and you're saying you do all of them. So, just off gate, to be a songwriter, producer, at the same time, you got to be talented as hell. To be a singer, songwriter, you have to be talented as hell. To be a singer, songwriter, producer, man, you got to be on some shit.
Well, that's why are you in that situation? Because half of me sees you not complaining about how you have so much to do, yet you're doing 3 jobs.
Yeah, of course.
Now,
you got a lot
are you
to do.
Singer songwriter? I can see why you would be both of those. Are you a singer songwriter producer because you have to produce, or you're just like, I'm a producer too? If that's the case and you're taking on all these jobs, the last thing you should be complaining about is having too much to do. You put yourself in that position, and you should actually be trying to do more, because you're going to have to take on a workload and responsibilities that other people can't take. Exactly. So if the job requires you to bench 200, you need to be in there bench 300 because you need to be like, I need more work. You got trained for that. You trying to do 3 things.
Yeah. So I don't know, man.
I love these questions, and I love to see like where people are coming from.
Yeah, I get it. You got to believe in yourself, and you got to be sure that you got to believe that you can do it. That's part of it. But then part of it is understanding what it takes to get there. Mm-hmm. And I think that's where everybody messes up. And I think it's different for us because we were lucky to be around it. Mm-hmm. I've literally seen people be broke and then have a #1 hit.
Yeah. Millions of dollars.
I've been around Sean Garrett from when Sean Garrett was working with Beyonce Sean Garrett. Like, I've seen all the shit that grows, and it's like, okay, now I know what it takes to be there. So when you're saying you have what it takes, you might, and I'm not going to take that away from you, you might. And you need to keep believing that you have what it takes. But you also got to remember that what you think it takes is going to be probably 10 times harder than what the fuck you think.
Yeah, exactly. And he was saying something about, that's why he's talking about working with other producers. Was that like a hindrance? Like, he can't find other producers to work with?
Yeah, especially the internet, dog. It's so many beats, dog. If you write a dope hook, ain't no producer going to complain.
No, you're going to be like, let's go.
Yeah, if you write a dope... But see, the thing is the product. If you writing whack hooks, people ain't going to keep sending you beats.
I wonder if you go to his page, is he like doing all these things on his page, like singing, songwriting, and producing?
Is this an experiment? Is this a?
I think it is. Let's do a page evaluation.
This is a random random moment, man. We freestyle. We freestyle.
Yeah, I like this.
Cameron.
Hold
on, I'm finding you player. ECC.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little page evaluation.
All right, let's look at your page. Singer songwriter. Okay, I see fish. Okay, I see a guitar. Okay.
Okay.
I see a guitar. I don't see no videos. I see a studio.
I was about to say, we got some videos on there?
I don't see no videos.
So, if I'm a music mogul guy and you're like, I got this, I got that, check me out. The first place I'm going is your page.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to share with people. Right now, we're like, all right, cool. Let's see what this dude got. We on IG. The first place we going is IG. Don't, and I'm going to get back to him in a minute. One thing that people do, don't send people SoundCloud links on Instagram. Have something on Instagram for them that will make them want to, because that person is on Instagram. They're not there for you. So when you're like, yo, get off Instagram and go to SoundCloud, they're like, fuck you, I'm not here for you.
Right.
I'm on Instagram. And then you're forgotten about.
Facts.
But there's nothing to click on your icon. Your page comes up. They see some videos. They gonna click on it. Then you could get them. But if you're like, yeah, go to my page and then be severely disappointed by me not having any music, but then go to my bio and get off of what you're doing, it ain't gonna work.
Instagram is a funnel. Instagram isn't good for selling products directly. Mm-mm. And once you learn that and you understand the concept of you can't post a link on Instagram to get somebody, but you can sell them yourself.
Yeah.
And then if they like you, then they click the link.
It's a great place to show people why they should fuck with you.
It takes more work, but it's the required work. You have to do it.
Yeah, you gotta do it.